everyone, GCSMozy here, and welcome back to Roblox Grace. Now, I'm sure, judging by the posts I've made, and even the, it's always the descriptions in my description in my latest video, you should understand why I'm here. I am here because, shortly after recording this video, this wasn't entirely a showcase. In fact, I actually missed some stuff. Some pretty interesting stuff, too. So, this video is one where I go over all the stuff I missed. And I mean everything. I hope. So yeah, the first thing we have is all the way over here. You might not really notice it, but hey. Over here is a manual credits thing. So, it shows people here, like this one. It says they did the 3D animations and they're a good friend. I like the last part, that's nice. What else is there? Oh yeah, so the thing is, how is it a manual credits? It doesn't automatically switch. However, if you hit this beacon, it'll change and it'll show a different icon and person, like this one. Ultra Tester, good friend. Yeah, like see how this guy is doing. Oh, it's God. I didn't know they added that. It's probably rare. But yeah, each one has their own like different sound, color, and yeah, this is the guy who made Ultrasonic Faith. Credit to him. In fact, the video after this one will actually feature that in the intro. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It does loop, and yeah. Hex, is that a reference to the guy from the hit game at Friday Night Funkin' versus Hex? Just curious. But yeah, so yeah, you can see all that. So yeah, it's kind of like Reprieve, but like, you know, way less dangerous. Yeah, on to the next thing. Trust me, you guys might really love this one. Okay, so if you come over here at the little shop thing, you know, go inside, usual. You know, you got this cool animation. It's kind of cold, but yeah. So yeah, you got your shop here. But I did go over this. However, there's also, you have these things called traits, and I can actually get a new one right now. Got dome head. So what does this do? So let's look at it. While sliding, hitting a wall makes you ricochet off the wall. Get out of my 50% slide turn speed. Spread the love. Every ricochet boosts everybody's speed for a bit. So yeah, there's that. However, that's not the only thing I want to go. If we go to items and we go to like any item, you can actually get special skins for them too. See, with me, I already have a skin for it. In fact, let's get a skin right now. So this one's called Mystique. Which one should we get? Which one is really good? Yeah, this is DJ Fishbowl. Say hi to him. Yeah, he's just like that. He makes very wavy beats. Okay. Got the Pac-Man Ghost, and yeah, so. In fact, I'll buy one just for you guys. In fact, yeah, let's buy Dozer, yeah. Dozer. Classic yellow R. What? Huh? Or is I just lucky? Okay. But yeah. As I said before, the more you play the game, the more documents you get. That's only for, like, each entity, though. So, you can't just get them randomly. You have to, like, play with each entity. And, yeah. So, this is what I wanted to go over. And, let me show you the new modifiers and the skins. Let's do it. Alright, so yeah, if you're wondering how you equip skins, you quite literally just like, yeah, your traits are over here, Your stuff is over here. And yeah. You know, the funny thing is, I never actually equipped it some modifiers, but we'll get to that soon. So, yeah. The funny thing about it is that the skins actually have a different glow. Like, depending on what skin you're using, it's like a different glow. Because, you know, the yellow one's like a nice little calm orange yellow. This one's like a, I don't know, it's also calm, but it's like a red orange. Yeah, it looks really nice. Oh yeah, I'm using a crate right now. That makes it so I have to kick down doors. But yeah, this thing looks really nice. And yeah, he's actually swimming around inside of there. I feel bad for him though. Especially when we're like out here like zooming around. Or if I do something like this. Like you gotta hit him with a... I don't know if he like... Yeah, it would be cool if the water sways around, but yeah. Alright, so our first modifier makes it so that it's not really that good in my opinion, nothing too special. But it makes it so that feed and slight no longer appear. It comes in kinda handy, but I don't know. I personally don't use it. I don't really see the point. And if you're wondering, we are actually on, like, you know, like, feed, slight will start appearing. As you can see, no slight. But yeah, if you want proof, you can actually see that Slugfish and Elkman, so yeah. But yeah, still no slight and feed. But yeah. As of why one would want to use this modifier, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it helps a lot, however. If you struggle with slight and feed, then it's probably not a modifier for you, really. And yeah, on to the next modifier. Alright, this next modifier makes the Goatman a lot faster. And I mean a lot faster. Like, you can't even get him flash him. Like, you can flash him, but if you know where he is. So yeah, start flashing him. That didn't work. So yeah, he's a little fast. On to the next modifier. Alright, so the next modifier is... It's actually an entity modifier. Here he is. They breathe down your neck. Don't walk into them. So, he actually appears like really early and for the rest of your game. Like, see, he's already appeared. Meet Mime. Hello. So, Mime, if you want to survive Mime, don't worry about him. You can move towards him and stuff like that. He'll back up with a delay. That'll come into play soon. The thing about Mime is that he wants you to accidentally walk into him, like with haste, especially with empties coming from the front. But like, yeah, so yeah, don't walk into him is pretty much the sole purpose. As for the thing in front of you, that just tells you how close he is. Now, always remember, if you feel threatened by him, like cornered or something like that, don't touch me. Just flash him. So yeah, just do that. Now, he'll stay for like the whole entire run. Once he appears, you can't go with him. And the thing in front of you just tells you how close he is. I think I said that already, but I don't entirely remember, so. I love his voice lines too, those are really cool. But yeah, on to the gameplay with him. And yeah, that's his gameplay. And to end off the lizard that throws a gang signs showcase, let's die to him. So yeah, here's his jump. Back in this. The next modifier we have is actually an entity modifier. So, here's their page. Flash it while you can. This entity's name is Drain. It also appears really early into the game. So like, yeah, it like appears before the timer, stuff like that. Possibly appears even before Carnation. No one appears earlier than Mime though. Like, it takes a lot of work to appear. Okay, so they won't appear before Carnation. With that is Drain's indicator. You see that little thing right over there? Yeah, that is Drain. Now the thing is, pull out your flashlight or your lantern. What you want to do? Flash it. Flash it and it'll go away. Simple as that. Here's some gameplay with Drain. Something to note is that you can't outrun Drain, considering the fact that the more it progressively gets faster. And yeah. Drain actually does have another modifier, so once I get to the next stage, I'm not going to show it to you guys. Alright, there it is. So, this modifier makes it so that Drain does not get close, does not wait for you to get close. Meaning that the second it spawns in, it will immediately come for you. So, like that. That spawned in and already came for me. So, yeah, here's some gameplay with this modifier. That's Drain's thing. Now, onto its Jumpscare. Now, just letting you know, it's not much of a Jumpscare, but it still works, I guess. Like I said, not much of a Jumpscare. On to the next modifier. Alright, so, next modifier is yet another entity modifier, and also the final entity modifier. First, here's this page. Don't let it see you on the ground. So, in other words, just jump to avoid it. Or just, you know, don't be on the ground. Now, just like all the other ones, it spawns rather early. Like, somewhat like right now. So yeah, simple enough. It's pretty much like another Dozer variant, but less in your, I don't know how to put it. And it will be spawning quite often too. So, here's some gameplay with it. So yeah, pretty basic enough. However, Irie is not just left with that modifier. It actually has 3 more modifiers to modify Irie. Let's hunt for them. So the Morph Despite modifier for Irie makes it appear more often. At least I think that's what it said. I wasn't entirely paying attention. Yeah. Really? Really? A little too often. Since Irie already appears pretty often. See, like, it's not even 10 seconds, dude. Like, that wasn't even 5 seconds. So yeah, Irie appears a little too often. And that's not even the end of the Irie modifiers. Like I said, 2 more modifiers we have. The next modifier, Impatience, makes it so that Irie acts faster. This combined with... yeah, you see that? I feel like it's the better option. Irie kind of wastes a little bit of time. It's pretty much a really good option in my opinion. Alright, so the final modifier for Irie is alright. So the next modifier makes it so that Irie doesn't wait for you. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Oh, okay. Hold on, let's go back real quick, because what is that? Holy, yo. That's cool. Can't waste any time, though. And they added some rare rooms in the new update. They're really cool. As of what the... it all seems like is that... Irie like acts like a little faster. I'm not entirely sure what the doesn't wait for you thing is. I wish they elaborated more on it. But okay. I'm assuming that like you can like on the normal Irie you can flush up like last second. It won't count. Just a guess though. But with this modifier, like, if the second it opens its eyes, it kills it. Alright. Now that we've seen all of Irie's modifiers, let's go see Irish Jumpscare. That's weird. There's probably like a thing. Guys? There it is. So yeah, on to the next, and I'm pretty sure last modifier. Alright, so the final modifier actually makes, it's actually really cool. The final modifier makes it so that Carnation is faster. Am I a fan of this? Yes, yes I am. Now, I will say, Carnation's already pretty fast, okay? Like, pretty fast. This is actually really useful for speedrunning, in my opinion. But you just gotta see this. You just gotta see this ridiculousness. I don't think, cause like, this actually has levels, the Carnation speed thing. Like, next station I'll show you it, cause like, it doesn't seem that bad right now. It's pretty useful, but you gotta see this. Like I said, there is levels to it, so yeah. Now we are on level 2. Like, level 2 is just straight pain, dude. Like, you need a lock-in for it. Like, it's crazy. I'm out here fearing level 2. Like, you see how fast she is? Yeah, I think I'm actually baked here. See? Insanely fast. That's what Carnation is. Now that we're done with the modifiers, let's hop into the Zen game mode and show you what I actually missed. Okay, so we're gonna, in this one, we're actually going to recover Zen and Reprieve. First, Zen and Reprieve have their own sounds. And yes, I did go some grinding on Zen. So yeah, let me show you what I actually missed in Zen. So, when you're in Zen, you can actually summon Sin, the entity that chases us. The deeper you are into it. Yeah, that's that entity. You can actually summon them really a lot easier. You just want to wait 5 seconds into a room. Okay. Now you should hear a cracking noise. Do the same thing again. soon, you should see a crack. That one. Now what you're gonna do, you're going to jump up and touch it. It's kind of hard, but once you do it, it's not worth it. But yeah, you guys can just enjoy this run. And if you want to skip ahead, you know, as usual, that's fine. Because, you know, I don't blame you for not wanting to watch this whole thing. Eesh. So, yeah. There we are. Yeah, so that's how you summon Sin early. On to Reprieve. The last thing we need to cover. Alright, so when you're in Reprieve, you know, the usual... Just to make sure, you know. Gotta make sure that you guys can hear me. So yeah, when you're in Reprieve, you know, do the usual. What I never showed is what happens if you take your stop. Alright, so, what happens if you take your stuff? So you have to hit click, that's the end. And then you want to hit yes, I'm sure. This will happen. Loves, clear it, clean of it, like it was never there. Even the most lost can find their way. And then it puts you back in. Future me. Cue the iconic outro. Alright, past me. This outro is not iconic, okay? Acting like I've got 1K subs or something like that. But yeah. Yeah, so hopefully this informed you even more. I think that's all that I've actually have to cover for this update. Yeah, that's really all. Hold on, how is that guy doing that? Hold on. Wait, are you telling me... How is he doing that? Wait, hold on. Hold on, wait. Ooh, okay, hold on. It looks like you can get up there. Why am I getting distracted? Forget it. But yeah. Hopefully this cleared everything up. I'm sorry for that another video had to be made for everything new to be shown. But, yeah, hopefully this informed you well. And, yeah, you already know what time it is. I hope everyone has a great day, night, morning, evening, whatever. Just, you know, have a great life in general. And, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. It's been GTS Multi, out. Catch you guys in the next one. See you guys soon. Love you all. And I really mean it. Have a nice life.